Higher biologists, let's do this past paper question together. So this one says, a chromosome mutation on the X chromosome can result in the blood clotting disorder haemophilia A. The diagram shows the two chromosomes from an individual with haemophilia A. We've got the X chromosome here with the mutated area and the Y chromosome there. Name the type of inheritance for haemophilia A. Now, an inheritance of a particular condition is found on the X chromosome. This would be called sex-linked inheritance, okay? If the gene of interest is on one of the other first 22 pairs of chromosomes, we call it an autosomal condition. But if it's found on the X sex chromosome, it becomes a sex-linked condition. Okay, part 2. In a population 6,300 males of haemophilia A, this represents 75% of the total number of individuals with this condition. Calculate how many females have haemophilia A in this population. Okay. So 75% of the total number of males have haemophilia A. How many are females? So if 75% are male, then 25% are going to be equal to female, okay? So there's a quick way to work this out, which is to say, well, if 75% of the males is 6,300, it tells us up here, then to get from 75 to 25%, you divide by 3. Okay, so we're going to do that divided by 3, which is going to give us 2,100. That's a quick way of doing it, okay? If you wanted to do it like, I guess, a more proper way, you'd find out what 1% is, so that would be 6,300 divided by 75. Okay, I can't do that in my head, but whatever that works out as. And then you would multiply it by 25, and that would give you 25%, which is what the number of females would be here. Either way, your answer is going to be 2,100. Okay, folks. Part B, the diagram shows the order of exons in the mutation area on the X chromosome from an individual with haemophilia A and an individual without haemophilia A. So there's the person with it and there's the person without, okay? And hopefully we can see the clear difference here in terms of the order on the chromosome. So part 1, name the type of chromosome mutation that has caused haemophilia A. Now hopefully we can see that on this one, we go sequentially from 1 all the way through to 26 there. But on this one, you can see 1, which should be located here, has gone all the way around there. Okay, and then 2's gone all the way over there. So effectively what we've done is we've got the normal chromosome and we've flipped it there. Okay, we've flipped it. Imagine flipping it upside down. Okay, that's what's happened here, isn't it? And that's an example of inversion. Okay. State the function of an exon. So an exon, hopefully, again, this is just a definition one, we know that, is the coding region of the DNA. Or I guess the mRNA, right? Because exons are found on our transcripts of mRNA. Okay. Part 3, during the expression of a gene for a blood clotting protein, mRNA is transcribed from exons 1 to 26. Okay, explain why this protein is non-functional in individuals with haemophilia A. Okay, the main issue here is that because the exons are in the wrong order, okay? Remember, we always try and retain the exons in the same order, but because they're in the wrong order, what is the result of that? It will mean the amino acids are also, because that's what the exons code for, are also in the wrong order. Okay. Or you don't have to necessarily say wrong order, just say in a different order would get you the mark there, okay? Or you could go on in this one here to explain how so the protein that's formed from these amino acids will have its structure altered or changed, okay? So the protein structure is altered or changed. Or you could talk about something else which happens, like the protein folding is altered, or the hydrogen bonds that form in the secondary structure are not forming either, or something along those lines, okay? But this is a good answer here, and that'll get you the 2 marks. Okay, part C, describe how alternative RNA splicing leads to different proteins being expressed from one gene. This is a bit of a stock answer. It is in your notes, and it's one that you I guess you need to memorise for your exam in case you're asked about that, okay? So there's a couple of things you could say here. You could either say that the different mature mRNA transcripts are produced. Okay, you could say that. That's one option. Or you could mention that different exons are retained or removed. Okay, something along those lines. Either one of them, you don't have to say both, just either one of them would be enough to get you the mark in this particular question. Okay folks, I hope that's helped. I'll see you in the next one.